News recently came out that Polymarket, which received a strategic investment this year of up to $2 billion from the NYSE parent company Intercontinental Exchange, has entered into another partnership with daily fantasy sports operator PrizePicks. Through this deal, PrizePicks will integrate Polymarket's event contracts spanning from sports and entertainment to cultural moments. The CEO of PrizePicks, Mike Ybarra, sat down with me to share more details about the deal and new opportunities that it presents. Let's take a look.
It's really exciting for us. We're expanding our product portfolio to include prediction markets now. And PrizePicks has been the #1 daily fantasy sports operator in the United States for the last several years. And so we think prediction markets is going to not only give our existing players a lot more opportunity, but invite new people in the state of Washington and other states to try PrizePicks as well.
Can you quantify the new opportunity that this presents?
Well, we're a daily fantasy sports operator now, and one of the biggest requests our customers have is, hey, can we bet on sports? Or how do we think about adding sports into prediction markets? So for example, will the 49ers beat the Chargers? And prediction markets is going to let us do that.
Why was Polymarket the right partner for this?
So we started engaging with a lot of DCMs. We actually built the technology to be agnostic of any DCM back-end provider. And we've been working with Polymarket and other big DCMs as well as small ones. And ever since those discussions, Polymarket had a shared vision of innovation and building great product for customers. And we felt like the cultures of the company aligned really well on that.
In terms of how this sets your company up for success going forward, what can you share?
In this opportunity, this market is changing almost on a daily basis, and we pride ourselves in the innovation that we do and the focus on product. And I think prediction markets is going to really let us innovate even more than we have before and deliver for our customers.
How much competition exists in this space?
Well, in the United States, it's really dominated by two major players. And what's great about prediction markets is it's actually going to bring a lot more competition into the United States. And our point of view is more competition is great. It's going to foster more innovation and, frankly, more customer value.
Of course, this does expand your portfolio offering. Does it change the way that you describe your company?
I don't think so. We are an entertainment platform, and it's not just sports. We'll look at things like cultural events. So, for example, who will win Best Director or who's going to be #1 in the Billboard? We're going to look at a lot of different areas, but we're going to do that very smart. We know the audience that we have. We know what their interests are, and that's important that we play to their interests and don't all of a sudden come up with pink rabbits or things that they're like, what is PrizePicks becoming? And so we're excited by the opportunity. We'll curate that experience for them.
How are prediction markets different from online sports betting?
With online sports betting, those operators, they build up the lineups and the odds, and they bake a profit into that. So really, you're playing against the house. And, there's a saying, the house always wins, and that's for a reason. Prediction markets is entirely peer-to-peer. It's based on supply and demand. People go up, they all have the same data, and they share in that data, and they determine either A or B. And so peer-to-peer versus the house is really a key point there.
What is the relationship that your company has with states and regulators as it aims to expand?
We approach the states at the state level and the federal level very mindful and very carefully. We've established great relationships across all of the states, as well as the NFA and the CFTC. PrizePicks is the only company with an FCM, licensed with an FCM by the federal government. And that's important for us because, one, legally we can operate, and two, for the long-term health of the business. But we take all our stakeholders' input seriously. And when we roll out, we're starting to roll out this week, prediction markets in our product. We'll be in 38 states plus DC, and 15 states of those will include sports.
What is the way that states view prediction markets as of now?
Well, I think they're still trying to figure that out. This is a very young market and things are changing very quickly. But no doubt about it, it's going to drive more engagement and more fanfare by customers.
Talk to me more about the federal government, the relationship there, and of course, what that means for your business going forward.
Being licensed with an FCM really helped us establish a positive relationship with the CFTC and the NFA. And so they have regulation guidelines that we follow and very closely. We've worked with them very well to not only define how PrizePicks can play in that area, but to also actually think about the market going forward and what type of regulation needs to happen to foster great growth.
Finally, what does this mean for customer value?
More choice for them, the ability not only to play daily fantasy sports in PrizePicks, but also to do team point spreads, point totals, a lot more optionability, a lot more entertainment for them. It's really exciting for us.
All right, thanks again to PrizePicks CEO Mike Ybarra for joining me for that interview just shortly after the news was announced. We do have plenty more to get